mama and done, yeah, all that stuff.
You can't stay out of drugs.
Yo, I got a question though. Why y'all think that around this time of year it's like the violence is at a high level this time of year?
That's people are crazy. There's something really wrong, like mental health.
Like around this time of year, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day and everything like that. Why do you think the violence level is at like a skyrocket level?
I don't even know. It's something wrong with people.
You think it's
Wrong with certain people.
you think it's something we doing wrong?
Not like we don't do nothing wrong. Not we to everyone, but like the people who the problem are the problem. So where can I see this video?
Yeah. Shout out to I.S.U.P.K of Trenton, New Jersey.
Good people, good family.
Shout out to I.S.U.P.K Trenton. You feel me? Holla at them boys. Come with that information. Come with that love, and you know that following the Christ. You know, add value into each other. You know, what should we do as people? You feel me? Add or take away. You know, people only come in your life for 4 reasons. You feel me? Add, subtract, divide, or multiply. So choose wisely. You feel me?
Y'all know where it came from? The origins of New Year's?
Nah, my grandma probably told me, but I probably forgot.
If I told y'all it's like a pagan holiday.
I probably forgot.
And Christmas.
Yeah, most Christmas, grandma told us, yeah.
I know they don't teach y'all in school.
They don't teach us.
They don't teach me that either.
Grandparents teach us. Yeah. School don't teach us.
You think it's a reason why we have to do it on a holiday every year?
I can't answer that. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Nothing really. Holidays come around, have a go to the front. Keep it pushing.
What do you think that New Year's and holiday and all them holidays came from? Like, what do you think the origins of New Year's is? You know what I mean, from your standpoint?
I don't know.
Yeah. All right, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, right. Well, if I told y'all, brothers, like in the Bible, it says for us not to celebrate Christmas.
It don't say that.
It don't? What if I told you the Bible is against Christmas?
It's not.
Not. Because it's good. You can come in if you want. Come here, bro. Come here.
Yeah, it's like I don't even know what it's exactly called. It's like pagans.
I got you, bro. It's a you know what I mean, it derives from a pagan holiday, you know what I'm saying? Like, but New Year's Day and New Year's and all these different holidays, do you think we'll be better off as a people if we just left them all alone? Holidays in general being there. I don't think we need it.
I don't think we need it, but I think it's for others. It's also for other people as well. Like, it's not just about me.
I think we should keep it, but people should realize like what it's really supposed to be about. Like you feel me? Like people go to church like the day before Christmas. Like people should really understand like why people do that and shit like that. Instead of saying, "Oh, I want to know what I'm getting for Christmas." Thinking about you gotta make this one. I think that's what we should really start thinking about it. Like,
Are you brothers are Christians? Oh, Christian. Yeah, okay. What do y'all think about like celebrating? I mean, like the worshiping a white man's God in Christianity.
I mean, it's a white man religion, but
I mean, anybody who truly knows the knowledge, that's not even our true Independence Day. We just recently got Juneteenth as a national holiday, but doesn't get observed on the actual day. So, you know, it's all in what you choose to follow.
The more you know, the angrier you get. Once you start knowing shit, the angrier you get, man. And it's times I had to kind of, you know, as the more I learned, I got angry.
That's you know, that's heavy you bring that up. The scriptures say oppression maketh a wise man mad.
My nigga, I understand. My nigga, I feel your pain. Yeah, my nigga, we got to change.
All nations, all races of people, they hate us, man. We the least desired on the earth. We the ones that are hated the most in America. America, man. That's why we suffer the way we do in America. That's why we die so much here in America. That's why our sons are selling drugs to one another here in America, man. Here in Trenton, New Jersey.
So soulful. So beautiful. So we came from the east, had to go to war just for me to find peace. Fuck the police, they got the mark of the beast. I'm on 125th, you can see me in the streets. Seen a nigga teach you fell in love with a priest and a rush for the bread like we ain't got use. Put studs on my garment, now I'm late to the feast. I'm a Wild West nigga, you can check the receipts. Ask me where I'm from, so we came from the east.
My innocence, my shit I was exposed to. Everything I did, I was exposed to.
This is really a moment.
We out here in the churches right now.
Shalom, man. Lord praise. Preaching officer of the I.S.U.P.K. It's all the One West on the 25th Street, Harlem, New York. Man, I'm with these brothers, man. These brothers.
All nations.
Staying out of drama and all that stuff. You can't stay out of drama.
Yo, I got a question though. Why y'all think that around this time of year it's like the violence is at a high level this time of year?
That's a hard one. People are crazy. There's something really wrong, like mental health.
Like around this time of year, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day and everything like that. Why do you think the violence level is at like a skyrocket level?
I don't even know. It's something wrong with people.
Do you think it's?
Wrong with certain people.
Do you think it's something we doing wrong?
Not like we don't do nothing wrong. Not we as everyone, but like the people who the problem are the problem. Where can I see this video?
Oh yeah.
Shout out to I.S.U.P.K. of Trenton, New Jersey.
Good people, good family. Shout out to I.S.U.P.K. Trenton. You feel me? Holla at them boys. Come with that information, come with that love, and you know that following the Christ. You know, add value into each other. You know, what should we do as people? You feel me? Add or take away. You know, people only come in your life for 4 reasons. You feel me? Add, subtract, divide, or multiply. So choose wisely. You feel me?
Y'all know where it came from? The origins of New Year's?
Nah, my grandma probably told me, but I probably forgot.
If I told y'all it's like a pagan holiday.
I forgot.
And Christmas.
Yeah, most Christmas, grandma told us. Yeah.
I know they don't teach y'all in school.
They don't teach us.
They don't teach me that either.
Grandparents teach us. Yeah. School don't teach us.
You think it's a reason why we have to do it on a holiday every year?
I can't answer that. I don't know. Like, that's I don't know.
Nothing really. Holidays come around, have a little bit of fun. Keep it pushing.
What do you think that New Year's and holiday and all them holidays came from? Like, what do you think the origins of New Year's is? You know what I mean, from your standpoint?
I don't know.
Yeah. All right, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, right. But if I told you, our brothers, like in the Bible. Shalom, YAHUSHUA. Shalom, YAHUSHUA. To all the brothers and sisters out there, this is Priest and Officer 500 Mathumya out of I.S.U.P.K. Started 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of YAHANNA. We've been teaching this truth about the Bible since 1969. You know what I'm saying? Out of Harlem, New York, we've been teaching the truth about the Bible, and the truth being that the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are the real Israelites and, you know what I mean, the real chosen people of God according to the Bible. We're the very same people that the Most High gave his ordinances in the Bible, you know what I mean, too. You know what I mean? He gave us these laws, statutes, and commandments so we could be his chosen people and on the earth. And it's all throughout the Bible where it says, you know what I mean, where the Israelites are the Lord's chosen people, how we're the only ones Christ's going to be coming back for. You understand? It's all throughout the Bible. But due to the Christian church and the Christian ways and the Christian teachings, the Christian doctrine, you understand, we'll be taught that we'll be taught otherwise. We'll be taught that, you know, you can go to church and sit up in church all day long and still be a sinner when you leave out of there. You could be taught going in the church is the way to go. And then, you know, you can eat all the pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster you want, you know what I'm saying, and not have to worry about following the Lord's laws, statutes, and commandments, even though it says that we must be that way in the Bible. You understand? Now, you know what I mean? What we doing in the UPK is offering you something different. We offering you the actual way to follow God. You understand? We offering you your identity back. You know what I mean? We're going to give you your identity back. We're going to give you our language that we spoke before we was conquered. We're going to give you the 12 tribes, our whole nation. Because we've been trying to go and, you know what I mean, try to be absorbed in all these other nations' cultures. Once we do that, we don't have a culture. When we do that, we won't have anybody to, we won't have anything set up. We won't have anything of our own. And that's what we see here today. And that's a result of one of these scriptures I'm going to bring out. You know what I mean? One of these scriptures I like to bring out, going into Micah 2 and 10. Go to the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10. I'm going to read right quick. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Now, the scripture said that we need to arise and to depart out of this place. Now, we need to arise and depart. Now, does that mean we have to physically go somewhere, like physically leave the country, physically leave America, go to Canada somewhere, or somewhere else we might be thinking about? No. What it's speaking about, we have to change our mind. We have to take our spirit out of America. We have to change our moral compass, because our moral compass is today is that, you know what I mean, Sexy Red could go ahead and dance in front of all these young sisters and influence young sisters to dress like strippers and lascivious women. You know what I mean? The ladies of the evening. You know what I mean? That our young sisters could dress like that. You understand? And that'll be good. And this place is, you know what I mean, glorifying drug dealing is at a high rate. You understand? Our young ones on the TV, all we see is us. All we see is us on the TV, on the news stations that, you know what I mean, talking about how we're killing one another, talking and glorifying killing one another in our music, in the music today. You understand? And glorifying how we hate one another. You understand? And then we all love, and we like to say that we love to, you know what I mean, follow God and love the Most High. But then if we hate one another, how can we love the Most High? You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make no sense. I'm going to read this part again. Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you. Now, the scripture says, now this place is polluted. This place is greatly polluted. Why? Because everything is allowed here in America. Everything from the LGBTQ lifestyles, everything from going all the way down to, you know, all the violence. You know what I mean? They even spreading the LGBTQ philosophies in our children books and child books. You know what I mean? You know, and it's something ridiculous, because why is that being forced on our children? Why is the LGBTQ lifestyle even pushed on Black people as a whole? It's not forced on the Chinese. It's not forced on East Indians. It's not forced to have who else? You know what I mean? The Arabs be sodomites. It's not forced on them to be that way. Why? Because they want to put it on us. They know the longer we sin against the Most High, the longer we just stay in this captivity, the longer we suffer, the longer we stay destroyed here in America. You understand? So it says this place is polluted. This place is polluted. It's polluted with the LGBTQ lifestyle, like I was just saying. It's also polluted with all religions that's allowed here in America. You know what I mean? In America, all religions are allowed, down to Egyptology, down to the Islam, Christianity. You know what I mean? Seventh-day Adventists. All these damn religions that are pushed on us, but yet we don't have anything of our own. We follow on a white God, an Arab God, an African God, in Egyptology, all these gods. But where is the black man God? Where's the black man's God? Where's the God that says he only going to look out for black people and he's only going to uplift black people? We don't have that God, at least that's promoted greatly here in America outside of the I.S.U.P.K. In the I.S.U.P.K, we're going to tell you the truth that there is a black God. There is only one God. There's only one God, like it says in the Bible. In the Bible, right? It's only one God. And that one God is the God of niggas. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You understand? And he only came to save his people. Coming to Shalom, Lord Christ. All right. What's on Christ? Korah Lakum. Shout out to you tuning in. You know what I mean? Appreciate y'all. And Shalom. Y'all about Shema Shabbat, Priest Officer of War. I mean, these brothers right here tuning in the class. Appreciate y'all, brothers. All right. Yeah. So, yeah, we going to tell you the truth in the I.S.U.P.K that, you know what I mean? We giving you the truth that there's only one God, and that one God is a black man. And he's only a black man in spirit. And he only sent Christ to save blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, the children of Israel. You understand? That's who he came to. That's who Christ came to die for. All right. Now I'm gonna read the rest of the scripture. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. This place, you know what I mean, with all the pollution here in this place, like the scripture was just talking about, down to mainly the LGBTQ lifestyle, the damn mark of the beast. That's a big one too. You know what I'm saying? Mark of the beast, when we go ahead and join the police force and we use you know what I mean, brute force against our own people. We have a evil eye towards our people because we join the police departments, or if we join the oppressors, the military. You understand? Any branch of it, you know what I mean? You're gonna go in there and kill our oppressors, enemies, when we don't have anything to do with his wars. We don't have anything to do with him going over there in the Middle East and, you know, bombing the hell out of who God knows who. You understand? We don't have anything to do with that. But we choose to go into his military, in the oppressor's military. We choose to do these things. You know what I mean? And that's the mark of the beast. Christianity is the biggest example of the mark of the beast. Everybody thinks it's a damn computer chip or a little piece of plastic that's going into your forehead or into your skin, under your skin on your hand. You understand? That's not the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is you going into the Christian church, you going home at night praying to a white God, going home praying, going to bed at night praying to a white God, thinking it's a white God. You know what I'm saying? And nobody can convince you otherwise. You understand? That's the mark of the beast. And that's one of the many pollutions that America has. You understand? Down all the religions. And it says right here, it says, even with a sword destruction. Like, you know what I mean? We're going to be destroyed even with a sword destruction. With the LGBTQ lifestyle, brothers going to that, or sisters going to that lifestyle, you know all the type of hell you're going to be catching. All the diseases the Lord going to put on you for indulging in that lifestyle. You understand? It says in the scriptures that, you know what I mean, your blood will fight against you. All right. Salaki, bear with me, y'all. All right, yeah. It says that, you know what I mean, your blood will fight against you. I might be butchering it, paraphrasing it. You know what I'm saying? But that's that AIDS. That's the, you know what I mean, the HIV and all that stuff right there. That's the punishment for the homosexuality. It's like the LGBTQ lifestyle you're living in. That's that, you know what I mean, punishment for that. You think you're going to just break the Lord's law and nothing happen? You think, you know what I mean, you're going to do whatever you want here in America, you know what I'm saying, and everything will be fine. Ain't nothing going to happen to you. The scriptures say the Lord is not mocked. The Lord is not mocked. So, you know what I mean, you ain't just going to do something against the Most High and he doesn't have anything done to you. You know what I mean? That's why it's so imperative for the Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, God's chosen people according to the Bible, who are the biblical ethnic Jews and the Israelites of the Bible, that we have to go back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. that the Most High laid down for us. You understand? Who he gave to Moses and he gave to us. You know what I'm saying? We have to keep these in our day-to-day lives. Teach your family, teach your loved ones, teach your children. You understand? Like, you know what I mean? Put your people on to this, and let people know, like, you know what I mean? The UPK is the place you know what I mean, to stay if you want to, you know, learn about your culture, learn about your, you know what I mean, learn about your language, your heritage, you know what I mean, your ancestors, you know what I mean. Everybody crazy lunatic Egyptology Negroes, you know what I'm saying, love to talk about, you know what I mean, the ancestors, and then you got sisters believing in rocks, you understand, like that, things like that. It's like, y'all, bro. Hey, Shalom, what's going on? How y'all doing? What's up? All right, little crazy. Yeah, y'all can just take a seat right there, you know what I mean, y'all to walk. Yeah. What's on? Yeah, what's your name, brother? What's your name? Joseph.
Yeah,
Darnell Joseph. What's all right, crazy? Got a couple brothers that came in for class, you know what I'm saying? And they from the area, you're both from Jersey, right?
Yeah.
What's all right, crazy? So we just going over a few things. We just got started. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But yeah, and if y'all had a question or something like that, you know, just raise your hand. You know, just this, that's too wild. All right, yeah. So it's imperative, you know what I mean, that we, you know what I mean, come in this truth, change our life, because you come in this truth, man. You come in this truth. Brothers don't know, sisters don't know. You escaping death out there in the world. In that world, it's nothing but death and suffering and pain and punishments from the Lord our God. You understand? I'm gonna read from the top again, from Micah, book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. Salaki. Arise ye, or one of y'all brothers want to read? Y'all got it?
I could.
Yeah, King James. Yeah, King James.
Yeah. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
With a sword destruction. This place is polluted, down to the, like I was just saying, to the LGBTQ lifestyles, all the way down to the racism and all the religions that's here in America, down to Islam, Seventh-day Adventists, you know what I'm saying, the Christian church. You know what I mean? All these things, you know what I mean, is polluting America, and we are indulging in all these things that's tearing us apart as a people. The Christian church is known for their sodomy. You know what I mean, sodomy. You understand? Like TD Jakes is famous now. Power Bottom Jakes, you know what I'm saying? He is famous for his nonsense that he's doing. Him and Kirk Franklin, you know what I'm saying? They got a little something going on. What we have to do is realize, you know what I mean, that they are not the people that we need to be following. The Lord put up his prophets, you know what I'm saying, to lead his people, and they are not the people to be followed. Even in Islam, you understand, they following the damn Arab man's religion. You understand? And they're gonna have you selling oils and bean pies for them. And what are you gonna get out of that? You know what I mean? What are you gonna get out of that? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Let's get Romans 13:11. Anybody that want to get it?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? All right, no sweat.
Romans 13.
Yeah, 13 and 11.
And that knowing the time,
that means we got to know what time we in right now. What time it is. The time right now is to get in the I.S.U.P.K. quick, fast, in a hurry, because we see what's going on. All the plane crashing, you know what I mean? All the disaster going on. It was just a plane crash yesterday. I know brothers don't even know that. Yeah, Arizona. Hey, America is falling apart right before our eyes. And this is what we've been saying in the I.S.U.P.K. ever since, since 1969. You know what I'm saying? We've been saying America's going to fall. It's going to crumble. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be wars taking place overseas. All these things are going to happen. And while they're doing those things, we have to come together. While white people are coming together, the oppressors are coming together. You understand? While the Arabs are coming together with their nonsense and their religion and all that stuff. What do we need to do? While they going to war, what do we need to be doing? You understand? Before I go there, you can go ahead and read the rest.
And that knowing at the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
That now it is high time to awake out of sleep. We've been so, you know what I mean, we've been in a deep slumber here in America. For decades, we've been in a deep sleep. You know what I'm saying? We're in the Black History Month right now. And where Martin Luther King, you know what I mean, all his philosophies and everything is brought to light and teaches people to be even worse Christian. They Christian and they already disgusting, but they teach them to be more disgusting around this time of the year, because all Black History Month is, you know what I'm saying, according to the media and how it's pushed out on commercials and whatnot, is how to love our oppressors. We're going to be taught to love our oppressors, how to have so much sympathy for our oppressors. But then when we see each other, we got to have an evil eye towards one another. When we see each other, we got to square each other up. We got to look each other up and down. You know what I'm saying? We looking at each other like we're so dangerous towards one another. When the Arab man, he you know, has businesses with his people. The Chinese man is not going to hire no niggas in their restaurants. In fact, they'll set up shop in your neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, and not give you a dime. And they're going to use all the money that they get from y'all to put their children through Ivy League schools. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead and read the rest.
For now, our salvation is nearer than we believe.
For now, our salvation is nearer than when we believe. Like I was just saying, everything going on overseas. You know what I mean? The Gaza Strip, Israel, Russia and Ukraine. There's going to be many wars popping up. Chinese is circling Taiwan. World War III is about to happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I applaud. I'm going to give these brothers a round of applause for even making it to the class. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can give it up for yourself. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean? A lot of brothers, you know what I mean, don't know, like I said earlier, you're escaping death out there in the world. Out there is a bunch of, you know, it's you know, demons that's on a lot of brothers out there in the world that causes us to destroy one another. You know what I mean? But when you come up in here, the Lord's hand gonna protect you. The Lord's hand gonna be over you. You know what I mean? Do your time, your 90 days, man. You know what I mean? You're gonna be straight. But is there any more on that?
No.
We can read. You read that last part again?
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
For now, our salvation is nearer than when we believe. You know what I mean? Give me Leviticus 20 and 26. You know what I mean? This is the time now that we have to separate. That we have to separate from all these other nations, because these other nations know that they have to be separate. These other nations know that they have to be set apart. You know what I mean? They have, like I was just saying, they have their own businesses, their own setup, their own schools. You know what I mean? And we don't have anything. But we go in their religions, though. You got it.
And ye shall be holy unto me, for I am the Lord, for my fault. And ye shall be holy unto me.
And brother, you want to get this? Holy. It's let me get it for you. I'm gonna have you read something right quick out of here. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. If you could get holy in here, I'm gonna get it for you though. All right. Y'all bear with me online for a second. Hold on. Let's see.
That's a concordance.
This is the Bible dictionary, compact Bible dictionary. So, oh man, just trying to get holy in here for you.
I got concordance on this app too.
No sweat. It's on credit. Let's see. All right, here you go. All right. Right there. Holy, right there. And you can just read, you know what I mean, from the top. You know what I'm saying? Just read from the top. Shalom, y'all. Shemar by Hashem YAHUSHUA. So everybody tuning in. All right. The water for tuning in, sis. All right. You got it.
Holiness, holy, usually translate words derived from a Hebrew root meaning separatedness.
Meaning what? Separateness. The word holy means to be separate or separateness. You understand? The water. Go ahead. Read from the top.
And ye shall be holy unto me.
Right.
For I, the Lord, am holy.
So the Lord is holy. He's set apart. You understand? Go ahead.
And have severed you from other people, that ye shall be mine.
And he separated us from other people. You know what I mean? If I take a sword or a blade or something, you know what I mean, I cut this part of my arm off, my forearm is separated from the rest of my arm. He did that with us and all these other nations. He had us separated from the white man, from the oppressor, the Edomites, you know what I mean, the Arabs, all these other nations, you know what I mean, the East Indians. He had us separated from all these people. Why? Because he knows one thing that we don't know. The Most High is smarter than man, is wiser than man. You know what I mean? He knows if we get joined to these people that they're going to abuse us. We're going to be at the bottom abused. Everybody loves the whole melting pot concept. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know that everybody else is going to be fine, but we're going to be at the bottom. The New Jersey Transit, I bring this out all the time. Over there by the New Jersey Transit, I see rich people, you know, Edomites, coming in and out of the train station, going into their cab, going into their lift, you know what I mean? And with big suitcases and whatnot, right? But then I see at the same time, my brother sleeping on the sidewalk. At the same time, I see my brother sleeping at the bus stop. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, it's a melting pot. Everybody's together, but we're not going to be at the same level in this melting pot. That's why damn Martin Luther King and everything he stood for, you know what I mean? He sold us out. And even he knew at the end, at his very end, he knew that, man, I'm selling my people out. You know what I mean? I'm afraid I'm leading my people into a burning house. You understand? Meaning that he's leading us into death. And that's all we've been seeing for decades, ever since. Is there any more on that? Or that was it?
That was it.
Deuteronomy 7:6. You got your Bible at?
No.
All right, no, don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all right.
I can read it if you pull it up.
Cool.
You know what this?
Yeah, I'm done with that, bro. You can keep it over there. You ain't got it.
So what verse?
Yeah, Deuteronomy 7:6.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
There, that word holy again. For we are holy people unto the Most High God. Go ahead.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto
Blacks,
himself.
Yeah, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We're a special people, and it doesn't take rocket science to figure that out. We in the Olympics, number one in the Olympics. We number one in basketball, NFL, everything you can imagine. You know what I'm saying? Even the Northern Kingdom, you know what I mean? The Hispanic brothers, they crazy with that soccer game. You know what I mean? I remember I was in high school playing against them in soccer. I didn't know you could cross somebody over in soccer, yo. You know, I didn't know that until I came against them. Go ahead, you want to say something?
That's they can break your ankles.
No, for real though. Yeah, for real. So, is there any more on that?
Yeah. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
We're above all. Listen, read that last part again.
Above all people that are
some people.
Above all people.
Most people.
Above all people.
A majority of people.
Above all people.
It says all people. Everybody. So why aren't we above all people right now? Why doesn't it look like it right now? It's because we done, you know what I mean, strayed away from the Lord's law, statutes, and commandments. This Bible is everything to us. I know it's in the Christian church and they you know, bastardize the Bible. They make their own doctrines up. This is our solution. This is our constitution. You know what I mean? Like the white man has his constitution and they never go away from it. They never stray away from it. They know they follow that to the very end. This is the same with us, man. We have to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Is there any more on that?
No.
That's it. Man, read again from the top of the show. That mean please too. My fault. Yeah, man.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Unto himself. He ain't choose the Chinese to be separate to himself. He ain't choose all these other nations. You understand? They don't even know how to live. The Chinese was just catching hell years ago because they was eating back, causing the coronavirus and whatnot, right? You know what I'm saying? The East Indians, we see videos about them all the time on TikTok and Instagram, how they eating flies and how they cook with their feet and everything, like prepare food with their feet. They don't know how to live. They need us to govern them. They need us to rule over them and teach them how to live because they don't know how to live. You know what I'm saying? They don't know any of that. You could drop that and give me Exodus 15:3. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord, you know what I mean, said that we're his chosen people. You know what I mean? Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. Now, in this country, we've been taught so many different things. Down to all the religions that's, you know what I mean, weakening us, like the Christian church. All our brothers go into Christian church, and then they think is to follow God, you have to be soft. To follow God, you have to be weak. To follow the Most High, you have to not like women. You know what I'm saying? To be in the, you know what I mean, to follow the Most High, you have to sing good. You got to know how to sing. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, read that, Bobby Shaw.
The Lord is a man of war.
The Lord is what?
The Lord is a man of war.
Salaki, you can read out where you at, Bobby Shaw.
You said read out?
Okay. Yeah, read where you at.
15:3.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord is a man of war. Excuse me.
The Lord is a man of war. He's not a man of being happy or a man of trying to please you, a man of caring about what you think is right. He's a man of war. You know what I mean? In a Christian church, they think they got you thinking, you know what I mean, the Most High, some white man with a crazy straight white beard up in the heavens above some clouds somewhere. That's not what it says here. It's not what it says here. The Lord is a man of war. You know what I mean? With angels that's, you know what I mean, you with the power of 1,000,000 suns. That's what it's saying there. And they looking down on us. Like they looking down on us. You know what I'm saying? All like niggas like us in the ghetto. You know what I mean? From the ghetto. And who would ever think that they are looking at us like, man, I can't wait for the day where we get to redeem them. You know what I'm saying? Just us.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then the thing that drives me crazy about the Christian church is like they teach people like, you know what I mean, that everybody can get saved. All nations could get saved. Who else needs saving other than the black man, the Hispanic man, and Native American man in the ghetto and the barrio and the reservations? Who else? Who else? Nobody else needs saving. The oppressor, he in skyscrapers breathing that good oxygen up in the skyscraper. You know what I'm saying? We, on the other hand, we in the ghetto where it's a study where, you know what I mean, the hood and the ghettos, you know what I mean, we have in the summertime, our area is like the most hot. You know what I mean? Like the heat is like crazy in our area versus other areas like the suburbs and whatnot. You know what I mean? They made us they put us in certain areas where the oxygen is not that good. You know what I mean? Like they know what they did with us, man. And even I forget when, but in the 90s, right? I forget it's like some decades back where they built highways through all the ghettos of America. Trent is one of them. You know that in South Trent where that highway breaks through over the houses over in South Trent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 29. You know what I'm saying? They did all this to us. Like they knocked down Tulsa, Oklahoma when we try to build up our own. You know what I mean? Yeah, Black Wall Street. Heavy, you know what I'm saying? Just to dispel the misnomer of the Christian church, let's just get Matthew 15:24. Matthew 15:24. You know what I mean? Because, well, first we can get Matthew 10:5. Matthew 10:5, that's the first one. Let's get that first.
10:5, right?
Yeah.
10:5, you said?
Come.
10:5. Matthew 10:5. These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying.
Now he's talking to his disciples. He's talking to the 12 disciples, and he says, what? Read again from the top.
These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles.
Go what?
Go not into the way of the Gentiles.
Go not into the way of the Gentiles. You understand? Now, in the Bible, Gentiles can mean two different things. It can mean either the people that's outside of the nation of Israel, or it could be the actual nation of Israel acting like heathens. Right. You know what I'm saying? Which makes them Gentiles. Right. You know what I mean? In this context, it's talking about the actual heathens. It's talking about heathens in this context. Right. All right. And just to prove that point more, Matthew 15:24. Why would he tell his people? Why would he tell his disciples don't go to the way of the Gentiles? You know what I mean? If he wanted to save everybody, if he wanted his word to go out to everybody. Whenever you got it, you got it.
Matthew 15:24. He answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Now, this is him talking to a Greek woman, a Syrophoenician by nation. You understand? And she's like, you know, coming to him because her daughter has like a demon on her, and she wanted Christ to heal her daughter. And that's what Christ is like, man, what? Read again.
But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Yeah. He's not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Even earlier in the story, he tells her, like, man, it's not meet for me to take the children's bread and cast it unto the dogs. Right. You know what I mean? Talking about her. And she acknowledged she's a dog. She acknowledges that. She's like, man, I know, yes, Lord, but even the dogs eat the crumbs that come from the children's table. Might be butchering it, but you get the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what it said. Read it again.
But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
He's not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. He's only sent for blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. And even if you read John 3:16, let's get it real fast. Let's get it. I went over this last week. We can do it again. Oh, man. And remember this scripture, because we're going to do this again, and then we're going to go to another precept for that to just break that all down. Okay. Got it.
John 3:16. For God so loved the world.
For God so loved the world, okay.
That he gave his only begotten son.
Now, when you look at the word world, the word world does not mean the entire earth. The entire earth does not mean world. In Old Quaker English, like, you know what I mean, the world means age or society. So at that time, he's talking about the societies of this earth. You know what I'm saying? And it says, for God so loved the world. Now, which world is it talking about? I don't know, brother. Shoot. Yeah, I want you to get, all right, so you can hold what you got, right? And look up, give me John, just to speed it up, right? You can give me first Psalms 90 and 2. Psalms 90 and 2. You're going to hold where you at. You're going to read that. Psalms 90 and 2. These things you ain't going to learn in the Christian church. These things you're not going to learn from your imam in the Islam, and you know what I mean? Up in Islam, that's not going to happen. You know what I mean? They're going to put a kufi on your head and you're just going to be worshiping rocks. From you got it whenever you got it.
Before the mountains were brought forth, or ever that thou hast formed the earth and the world.
And the what?
And the world.
All right.
Even from everlasting to everlasting, thou art God.
Right. Now, it's talking about the world right there. Now, read that again from the top.
Before the mountains were brought forth, or ever thou hast formed the earth.
The earth.
And the world.
And the world. Now, Christians got to explain that to me. The earth and the world. It's talking about two different things in that scripture. The earth and the world. So what is the earth talking, like, what is it talking about when it's saying the earth, and what is it talking about when it say the world? Because according to scriptures, to Christians, if you read John 3:16, the world means everybody on the planet. So they got to explain that part to me. Get another one. Book of Hebrews 11 and 3. Book of Hebrews 11 verse 3. I'm gonna catch up with y'all too. Yeah, whenever y'all got it, you go ahead and read.
Through faith, we understand that the worlds were formed by the word of God.
The what?
The worlds were framed by the word of God.
The worlds with the S on the end, meaning it's plural. The worlds. So what are these multiple worlds that, you know what I mean, that it's talking about here in the scripture right here? If the word world means everybody on the earth, but it's talking about worlds here, plural. Right. This has to mean something different than what Christians think. According to what Christians think, it has to be something off with it. The last precept I'm gonna get, no, not the last one, but the next one, First John. So 1 John 2 and 15. 1 John 2 and 15.
Still hold this one, right?
Yeah, you hold that one. The brother gonna get run all these down for me. 1 John 2, 15. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Come up in the Israelite school, U.P.K, you're gonna be scholars with this Bible. You understand? Right. Go ahead.
Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world.
Oh, hold up. It said love what?
Not the world.
Love not the world.
Neither the things that are in the world.
Neither the things that are in this world. We can't love this world. Wait, but first off, Christians, it says love not the world. So what are we talking about? Like, you know what I mean? Explain this to me. John, in this book of John right here, 1 John, in one of his letters, he's saying Love not the world. But in John 3:16, it's saying he's writing down the scribes, you know what I mean? He got Christ saying, you know what I mean, for God so loved the world. So can Christians break that down to me in the chat if you're listening? You know what I'm saying? Be bold and, you know what I mean, come in there and say what you got to say. Because this don't make sense according to Christian doctrine. This don't make sense. You know what I mean? Read that again from the top, Baba Shaw.
1 John 15.
Right.
I mean, 2 and 15. Love not the world.
Love not the world. We can't love this world because, you know what I mean, LGBTQ lifestyle thrives in this world. You know what I'm saying? Police brutality thrives in this world. They just unalived Robert Brooks. It was like 18 cops involved. We just went up to New York City for that protest that the brother held, a brother that knows him closely. We went and supported him for that. You know what I mean? And check this out. It's 18 cops that was involved in it. And none of them are getting brought to justice. None of them. None of Freddie Gray's murderers, they not getting brought to justice. And that was all the way back 2016, I believe, right? You know what I'm saying? This place, we can't love this world. If you love this world, read.
Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
If you love this world, the love of the Father is not in you. You can't love this world. You know what I mean? Because everything evil is proliferated in this world. In this world, Blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians being unalive is glorified in this world. We're suffering in this world. We're hungry in this society. You understand? Everybody looks down on us, even on the news stations. You know what I mean? They looking at us unaliving each other on the news stations. Well, how can we stop unaliving each other when you keep oppressing us? You keep failing us with the school systems. You keep pouring the drugs in our neighborhood and the guns in our neighborhoods. And then you want to, you know what I mean, put it in our music where we glorify and killing one another. Having our children look up to people that, you know what I mean, can't light a candle to the priests and prophets in the UPK to lead this nation. You understand? This is how, you know what I mean, like evil the white man is, the oppressor is. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have us be tormented in these ghettos with nobody else to save us, without nothing, with no refuge. You understand? That's why it's up to us to be responsible as Black men, Hispanic men, that we have a nation to build. We have a nation to build. You can't just sit on the side and, you know what I mean, sit in the house. This battle ain't fought in the house. You know what I'm saying? This battle ain't physical yet. This battle is spiritual, is within our mind. We have to change how we think, change how we operate first. You know what I'm saying? All right. So that right there, that said, love not the world. So if we go back to John 3:16, right? We read that again.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish.
Brother, get Isaiah 45:17. Now that's the precept for this. John 3:16. All right, read again, brother.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Yes. So we about to find out what world is Christ talking about. We about to find out what world he's talking about.
Who's that again?
Yeah, Isaiah 45:17. You know what I'm saying? We about to figure out what world was Christ talking about. If Christ said, man, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel, then why would he then in another precept talk about, man, I'm coming back for everybody? Doesn't make sense. You got it.
But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting
salvation. You can call out where you at.
Because I'm on the internet. So Isaiah 45:17.
The water.
But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation.
For Israel shall be saved. Read it again, brother.
But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation.
With an everlasting salvation. It didn't say Chinese. It didn't say the Moabites. You know what I'm saying? It didn't say the Cushites. It didn't say Egyptians. It didn't say the Edomites. It didn't say any of that. Pause where you at. Read that again. John 3:16.
For God so loved the world.
For God so loved the world. And finish where you left off at, brother.
Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded. World without end.
World without end. Now what? Now read that again.
For God so loved the world.
We now know what world it was talking about. The world, it says, Israel shall be saved with an everlasting salvation. World without end. You know what I mean? We should not be confounded. World without end. That's the world it's talking about in John 3:16. That's what Christ was quoting right there in that precept, John 3:16. And check this out. Christians all the time want to say, man, he's talking about everybody right there. He's talking to one black man, one-on-one conversation with a black man in John 3rd chapter, Nicodemus. You understand? He was a Pharisee. And he came to Christ because he knew Christ was wise. He knew Christ had some wisdom with him. You know what I mean? Something different with him. He knew he was with the Most High, or the Most High was with him. You know what I mean? And he came to him at night. He came to him at night because, you know, it's with the Pharisees, it was like well known, like they was against Christ. They try to kill Christ. Every chance they get, they come taking tricks out the hat, trying to, you know, say anything against him so they could kill him and his disciples. But he came to him at night and was like, man, listen, he asking him all things about manner of things like the heavens and this, that, and the other. Well, Christ was giving him parables about heaven and this, that, and the other. He wasn't understanding it. But eventually Christ was breaking it down to him like, man, listen, you know what I mean? God so loved the world, and they know what world they're talking about. But Christians reading it through Christian doctrine, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to understand this book. And this book is not meant for everybody to understand. The Lord going to choose who he wants to understand this book, his mysteries on this earth, what's going to happen on this earth. You understand? He chooses that. And I commend y'all brothers again. This is the third time, but I commend y'all brothers for coming down. You know what I mean? That's, you know what I mean, a strong step forward for y'all. You know what I mean? So, shoot, y'all could drop that from there. Well, is any questions y'all got? Questions? All right, no sweat. You know what I'm saying? So we read these things, right? Let me go. Shoot, I can just go down. Let's go over Obadiah then. Let's go over Obadiah. You know what I mean? Well, since we're on Christianity, let's get Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 3.
Ecclesiastes 3?
3 verse, give me up to verse 7. Let me hear that. Because Christian church, you know what I mean? When you in a Christian church, they don't want you to hate anybody. They don't want you to have no disdain for anyone, not disdain, but hate somebody or have no aggression. And you as a man, how can you not have any? What they want us to be, women? You know what I mean? Black women was just trying to vote Kamala Harris in the office. You know what I'm saying? Vote her in the office so we can get another million of our babies aborted. And so we can have LGBTQ lifestyles proliferated in the black community. You understand? Transgender, this, and that, and the other. It was going to get crazy. But it's crazy now. But, hey, most high Christ. But, like, that's what was going to happen. You know what I mean? How can the Christian church say we can't be men when the Most High said, man, he's a man of war? Let's get what you got.
Ecclesiastes 3 and 7. A time to rend and a time to...
Well, you could read the first verse real quick. So,
first?
Yeah, just to give context.
Verse 1. To everything there is a season.
To everything there's a season. It's a time and place for everything, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Everybody gets that?
Keep going.
Yeah.
Okay. A time to be born and a time to die.
Right.
A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal.
A time to what?
A time to kill and a time to heal.
It's a time to kill and it's a time to heal. Right. Now Christians, they're going in their Bible now. I don't remember reading that. I don't remember that. It says a time to kill and a time to heal. Now, that being said, now is not the time for us to lay hands on anybody. The I.S.U.P.K ain't gonna do nothing to nobody out there. All right, you know what I mean? Nobody gonna get harmed. Now is the time to fish, brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? It's time to fish our people into this truth so we can get reborn. You know what I mean? That's the whole rebirth that it was talking about in the whole New Testament. You know what I mean? What Christ was talking about. It's not talking about being dunked in some dirty water in the damn Christian church, being baptized some dirty piss water. No. You know what I'm saying? It's about changing who you truly are. You know what I mean? And those who still dunking people in the water, they still following John the Baptist because he did that. But when Christ came, that was it for that. So, you know what I mean? They just all the way off. You got it.
A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up.
Right.
A time to weep and a time to laugh.
Now you go. Verse to skip to verse 8.
8? Okay. A time to love and a time to hate.
A time to what?
A time to love and a time to hate.
It's a time to love and it's a time to hate. Now, Christians, I know all y'all know is love, so-called. They don't know what love is. Yeah. Love to them is TD Jakes loving Kirk Franklin. You know what I'm saying? That's what love to them is. Love to them is they priest, you know what I'm saying, abusing the child. That's love to them. Real love is friendship. Real love is brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Loving one another is the most important thing we can do in this time. Because when all hell breaks loose, everything goes left, all we have is each other. All we have is each other. When, you know, in these other nations and the Civil War breaks off in America, we're going to have each other to look to. We talk that tough talk now like we're going to be having an evil eye towards one another. We better stop that. We better stop that because it's going to be a time where we're going to be happy. We're going to be, you know, exceeding happy to see another black man. You know, like, man, you come right here next to me. Stay right here. All right, now we're going to go this way. We're going to, you know what I'm saying? Because it's going to get like that. You know what I mean? We have to have that embedded in us right now. This is the perfect time. Y'all came into the class. It's the perfect time. Read that again.
A time to love and a time to hate.
It's a time to love and it's a time to hate. The time to love right now, you know what I mean? It's a time to love now. Love one another. You know what I mean? Christ said, by this shall my disciples know by this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, that ye love one another, that ye have love one to another. Paraphrasing it. That's what Christ said. That's how all men are going to know we are his people. Christian church, man, they do whatever they want to do. But up in here, we're going to serve our people. We're going to wake our brothers up. We're going to get them in class. We're going to make them brand new and polished. And before you know it, a year from now, you'll be like, you see a picture of yourself from a couple of years ago. You'll be like, who is this nigga? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We come up in here and get polished up, you know what I mean? Be a priest and prophet and cleanse yourself of this world. You know what I mean? That's all we've been wanting since, you know what I mean? I remember me before the truth. All I've been wanting was like, you know what I mean? I'm like, all right, so where's God at? All right, they say it's in the church. All right, let's see what it is in the church. I find out, you know, they down there eating. I want to get specific. All right, so yeah, bacon, pork bacon. Right. You know what I'm saying? Hog maw. Yeah. I seen a pig head. Oh, I seen a pig head. You know what I mean?
Well, even right after the
just to get in the habit. Go ahead.
Yeah, I went to a baptism. Right after the baptism, you were just talking about, you know, that dirty ass pool. Right after that, pork, bacon, breakfast. You know what I mean? Like right in the what they call the chapel where you supposed to be worshiping at. You know what I'm saying? Like you dunk them in the head and then we're gonna eat some pork bacon. Like we're gonna break the law right after.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
what you bringing out is so heavy, brother. Like, you know how often I seen that. Like how you just said, no, they'll have breakfast. Yeah, they have breakfast early in the morning, pork bacon, pork sausages, this, that, and then go up and then talk about God. Yeah. And this is supposed to be in the Lord's church temple, the Lord's temple, right? The Lord, YAHUSHA, who the world ignorantly knows as Jesus Christ, right? He said, man, you know, that's why he went up in there and beat them out the temple. Because they are hypocrites. They're hypocrites, man. All they want is money. All they want is, you know, money stats, you know what I mean, filled in their pockets. You understand? Like, that's why we speak out against the church. And that's why they hate us. And that's why we don't give a damn. We're gonna go out on the corners and speak out against them, you know what I mean, until our king come back. Was you holding something? I had you holding something?
Yeah. Time for word, time to hate.
Go ahead. From the top.
Okay. A time to love and a time to hate.
A time to hate. Now, this is the time to hate. This is the perfect time to hate. Everybody hating us. Why can't we hate them back? We ain't Christian. I mean, damn. Yeah. The Most High created all created all emotions. So who are like, you know what I mean? They'll say God can't hate. They'll say God doesn't hate. Right. Who are you to say God can't hate? That God can do, the Most High can do whatever he pleases. You know what I'm saying? And if he chooses to unalive a group of people, like he did Sodom and Gomorrah, if he chooses to unalive another group of people like the Egyptians, ancient Egyptians, you understand? That's what he wants to do. And it's righteous. Anything he sets his hand to do is righteous. You understand? So him unaliving the Egyptians was righteous. And Christians tend to forget about that. Well, he did free the nation of Israel from, you know what I mean, the ancient Egyptians, right, and killed them. He did unalive all the Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I mean? Left them like a desert over there. You know what I'm saying? So how is it, you know what I mean? How are we going to forget so quick that the Most High can do these things? They think Christ was a system. When Christ was not that. He was the total opposite. You know what I mean? He took three little strings, right? You know what I mean? Made a whip out of it. Braided it up. You know what I'm saying? Braided it up. And he just took the time to braid it up too. Braided it up, took a minute. This is nice. Okay. Went up in there and wow, you know what I'm saying? Put a beating on them cats. You know what I'm saying? And he's coming back, you know what I mean? It also says he's coming back not for peace. You know what I'm saying? Not for peace. He's not coming back for hugs and kisses. You know what I'm saying? Christ is coming back to do some damage on this earth, to free us. To free us that choose to change our lives for the better. For those that choose to, you know what I mean, put down the oppressor's drugs. To put down the oppressor's, you know what I mean, way of life. You know what I mean? You know, Islam is another white man's religion. Like Salakia. That's another, like, they say, you know, I just heard on the Car Chronicles with Captain Zaryak, you know what I mean? With Captain Zaryak. Like Muslims know that Allah is white. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? The I.S.U.P.K is the home of the truth. You know what I mean? When y'all found out about the I.S.U.P.K, this is truly where you find, you know what I mean, refuge so you can follow the Most High. Truthfully. That's all I was seeking too when I was in the world. I'm like, how you follow God like the true way? I came across these brothers talking on the corner, you know what I mean, talking about how God is black. I mean, and Christ is black. And he wasn't soft. And he had a half afro, woolly afro. I'm like, wait a minute. If this is true, I gotta leave this place right here because I know what I seen in here. You know what I mean? And that I'm sure, brothers, more brothers out there in the world like that. You know what I mean? That's sincere. That's sincere, and they really want to find the Most High. And we're gonna have to get them brothers. You know what I'm saying? We got to change ourselves for the better. So it said it's a time to love and it's a time to hate. We have to hate. Chinese hate us. Just a couple of years ago, they was talking about stop the Chinese hate. Stop Chinese hate. You know what I'm saying? They need to stop hating us. They need to stop hating us. They have all their restaurants in our communities. You know what I'm saying? We make them rich. Made them rich for decades. You know what I'm saying? Black men thrown out the house because the black woman that they was lying next to was a damn monster and a dragon. They kicked them out the house, and now they ain't got nothing to eat. We gotta go to Moab and eat some of his cuisine, so-called cuisine, rap cuisine. You feel me? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what we had to do. Or we had to go to, you know, wherever the hell else we had to go. You know what I'm saying? We had to go to robbing stores or robbing, you know what I mean, other brothers and sisters because of the oppression we have here in this place, because we are hated. Can I get Zephaniah, either one, whoever want to get it? Zephaniah 2:1? Zephaniah 2:1. Because we're hated here. We're not loved. So the wise thing for us to do is not to, you know, have love for one another. like Christ commanded us to do. And it's really not Christ. Christ getting that from the Most High. The Most High wants us to follow, to love one another, not hate each other. Got it.
Zephaniah 2:1.
Come.
Gather yourselves together. Ye gather together, O nation.
Again from the top. Salaki. Again from the top.
Gather yourselves together.
Gather yourselves together. The Most High commanded us to gather ourselves together. Do we gather together in some nonsense like the Black Lives Matter movement? Do we gather together there? A group started up by some lesbians and all that, and now they got homes in LA and all that, getting rich off of us, not even doing what they sought out to do, what they said, what they told the public they was going to do. You know what I'm saying? Are we supposed to join together there? Are we supposed to join together in Islam, put on some dresses and kufis and all that? I mean, worship a rock. You know what I'm saying? That can't talk, that can't do anything. It can't do anything for you. So are we supposed to do that? Or are we supposed to come together in I.S.U.P.K and find out what our real culture is, our heritage, our language? You know what I'm saying? We going up into all these other religions. We thinking we going to seek knowledge in the religions. They're not going to give you your culture. You're going to learn their culture. And you're going to be their second-class citizen, their third-class citizen in their religion. You know what I'm saying? It's not good. Read.
Gather yourselves together. Yeah.
It says, gather together. Yay.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
And he says, gather together again. He says it twice in that scripture. That's why it's so imperative. We must come together. All nations, while they going to war with each other, while they throwing bombs and all that against each other, while the white man putting these fake replicas, so-called replicas, what they think the UFOs really look like, but they putting little UFOs, so-called UFOs in the skies of New Jersey and all that. They got jets, they got this, they got that, they got submarines, they got nuclear weapons. While they building all that stuff up and they gearing for World War III, while they gearing up for the times that's ahead, for the dark times that's ahead. And these other nations overseas, they preparing. You know what I mean? What are we supposed to be doing? Exactly what that scripture said. We got to gather ourselves together. And we got to know where to gather together at. Because the Lord is not with everybody. The Lord is not with the Lord is not with the Black Lives Matter organization. He's not with Egyptology. He's not with that. You know what I mean? Or Kemet, all them brothers over there. He's not with them. You know what I mean? And it shows. The I.S.U.P.K been standing strong since 1969 and been growing exponentially since 1969, taking brothers off the street, out of prison, feeding brothers off the street that gets neglected by everybody. We just had a food drive where we fed brothers and sisters here in Trenton a couple weeks back. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the mission. This is the job. You know what I mean? To fish brothers and sisters in and to give them the brotherhood that they've been deprived of in the world. Go ahead, read the last part of that.
Same verse.
Come.
Gather yourselves together. Ye, gather together, O nation not desired.
Oh, nation not desired. We're hated. We're not desired on this earth. On this earth, we're neglected. On this earth, we're just left to just die in the ghetto. Where everybody, while everybody else get rich off of us, while everybody laugh at us and make a mockery of us on the news, because you know they do that. You know they at home looking at us on the news, Channel 6 News. Like, oh, look at them. They can never get it right. They can never get it right. They always fighting one another. They always shooting one another. They looking at the Super Bowl like, oh, look at this. You know what I'm saying? Like the Super Bowl was going to do anything to help us. Like the performance was going to do anything to help us. Okay, yeah, the blackity black performance. Okay, I got you. Now what are we going to do now? Is that going to get us out of the hood? Is that going to make us, know who we are according to the Bible? If he really wanted to do some damage, do something, he would have put a shield of David on or something. You know what I mean, Kendrick? He would have did that. He was talking about being an Israelite a few years back, 2017. What happened to that? I don't know. It goes to show you. And Snoop, he came out a few years ago talking about, man, which one of y'all gonna go ahead and perform for Donald Trump inauguration? Which one of y'all coon niggas gonna do that? Y'all do that, man. I'm gonna talk crazy, but I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Here you go. Turn around and go ahead and perform for him for the inauguration for this year. And, you know, he don't have no shame in it. And then he want to come out afterwards and everybody dogging him out. He want to come on. He want to be a Christian now. All that gangster rap he was talking about in the 90s. Now he coming out on like with gospel music playing too. Gospel music playing in the car. Talking, man, listen, I'm about love, baby. I'm about love. I don't know. It's smoking and all that. Smoking, you know. Hey, I'm about love. I'm about love. I don't know why y'all hate me so much. He talk about, we quick to tear down another black man. I'll say this. We need to start tearing down black men who's gonna bring us closer to our oppressors. Whoever it is, down to Martin Luther King, Malcolm X at the end. You know what I mean? At the end, he wanted to join to the oppressors at the end. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, whatever one of these celebrities here today, Kendrick, Snoop, you know what I mean? Whoever wants to join us to these oppressors, we need to dog them out. We need to tear them down from off their pedestal. We don't need to be looking up to them. Our children don't need to look up to them. None of these rappers. All these rappers coming out as effeminate, out of closet, have skeletons falling out the closet from every which way. You know what I'm saying? Our children don't need to look up to any of them. Not even the ones that we might think we like or whatever. Nah. It's entertainment. It sounds good. It sounds good in the ride. But like, if we're not gonna teach our children to follow these people, right? Nah. Like, what they gonna teach them to you know, up a blick or something? Like, that's not what we need to do. We need our children to grow up strong, right? What I had you hold?
7:9:2:1.
That was it on that. Can I get Proverbs 22:16? I'm gonna meet you there too.
22:16.
Yeah, so we need to, you know what I mean, understand, like, anybody that's against our betterment in the black community needs to be torn down. I don't give a damn who it is. You know what I mean? I don't give a damn who it is. Brothers, you know what I mean? All these celebrities, even down to Steve Harvey, damn idiot, you know what I'm saying, teaching us, you know what I mean? The same thing, Christian doctrine. He's a damn pet for the white man, for the oppressor. He's his pet, you know what I mean? And whenever y'all got it, you know what I mean, y'all can go ahead and read it.
Yeah, Proverbs 22:16.
All right, Salakia. Not 16, but give me verse 6, Salakia.
6, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go.
Train up a child in the way he should go. In the way he should go. Where's the way? Like, you know what I mean? What's the way he should go? Bringing him up in the truth. Have him see men that are not effeminate for the first time in his life. Bring him up in these classes, man. Come up in this truth, see men dressed in, you know what I mean, studs and fringes on. I don't got no on today. Not today, but you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? Have him see men of the Lord, you know what I mean? And not those, you know what I mean, preachers that everybody else is used to seeing. He has to see men that are about this truth, all right? Go ahead.
Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
If he sees his father that's not a sodomite, he's not going to grow up a sodomite in most cases. You bring him up around you enough, you teach him everything he needs to be taught, give him the lessons he needs to learn about life. You understand? He's not going to be no TDJs. He's not going to be no Martin Luther King type of brother where he loves all people. He's not going to be like that. He's not going to kiss up to these devils when he sees his father cussing devils out on the corner, talking about America and how America's brutalizing our brothers, you know what I mean, on the street corner. He's not going to do that. He's going to want to be like you. He's going to look up to you as a superhero. He's going to want to be just like you, man. And that's how it should go. It's going to stay with him as he gets older. That's what it's talking about right there. You know what I'm saying? We can go to the third chapter, right? Third chapter of Proverbs, and let me see. Third chapter. There's a lot of good stuff. Go third chapter, verse 5. Go there first.
Proverbs 3 and 5.
Right.
Trust in the Lord with all thine heart.
So like before we go there, give me Proverbs first chapter, verse 7.
I got you. Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge.
The fear of the Lord is what?
The beginning of knowledge.
It's the beginning of knowledge. You want to, Negroes claim they smart in Egyptology. They learning all these books. They got books piled up talking about a bunch of nothing. You know what I'm saying? And they learning a bunch of nothing. How you seek wisdom is this right here. Read again, Bubba Shaw, brother.
Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. So how do you know, fear the Most High? You know what I mean? How you obtain knowledge? You got to fear the Most High. And how you show that you fear the Most High? You do what he say to do. You follow his commandments, his laws, statutes, and commandments, which is not eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, which is not to be a child abuser, sexual deviance. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't be that way. We can't be that way. You know what I mean? You can't put other gods before him. That's the first commandment that he gave us. Thou shalt not be no other God before me. I might be butchering it, but that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Paraphrasing. So read that again from the top one more time.
Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. I mean, we got to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. And that's how you obtain knowledge. That's how you obtain wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
But fools despise wisdom and instruction.
But fools, they despise wisdom and instruction. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear what we talking about on the street. That's why we don't get a lot of hecklers no more, because our eyes is open a little bit to the times we're in now. But we still here and there get hecklers, man. They don't want to hear what we got going on, what we have to say. And really, they not neglecting us. They neglecting the Most High, because we're not speaking our words. We speaking the Most High's words. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's saying, you know what I mean? But fools despise wisdom and instruction. You know what I'm saying? They want to keep getting high. Brothers want to keep getting high. Brothers want to keep selling drugs to our own. You know what I mean? We want to keep destroying our people and not build our people up. You know what I mean? Now let's get from right there. From right there, we can get what we was at before. Proverbs 3 and 7, right?
7.
That's what I said. No, 3 and
5.
3 and 5, right? The what?
Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding.
We have to trust in the Lord with all our heart and all our soul. You know what I'm saying? And it says, and to lean not unto our own understanding. We can't leave unto our own understanding, because if we do that, we'll do what we want to do. What do our people usually want to do? We want to go ahead and sleep with our precious daughter. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Black Panthers did. You know what I'm saying? Just like they did. And they said it was payback for slavery. Whatever the hell that's talking about. You know what I'm saying? We can't lean onto our own understanding. We have to really go after what the Most High wants us to do. And then this will happen. Let me get Deuteronomy 6 and 4. Let me chart it. Let me see. 4 and 6. I believe it's 4 and 6. Let me make sure. Yup. 4 and 6.
I got you. Deuteronomy 4 and 6. Keep therefore and do them.
Keep therefore and do them. Now it's talking about the law, statutes, and commandments that the Most High gave down to Moses, that he gave to us. You know what I'm saying? We have to keep these commandments. We have to keep them. All right. And it says, keep therefore and do them. You can go ahead and read on.
For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
For this is our wisdom and it's our understanding in the sight of the nations. Meaning this, like we're going to be in front of the nations. They're going to see us keep these commandments and they're going to look at us as a wise people. As a people that's, different from them. We don't have to do anything to them to let them know we're different. They just going to watch us. Be like, whoa. How can they teach us how to live? How can they teach us how to properly cook food, cook meats and all that stuff? You know what I'm saying? What meats to eat, what not to eat. Go ahead, read.
Which shall hear all these statutes. Should I start over?
You could, yeah, if you want to. You got it.
Keep therefore and do them.
Keep these commandments.
For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
For this is our understanding and the sights of the nations. The commandments is our understanding. That's how the other nations will look at us as a great people. Go ahead.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
And then they will never think to lift a finger against us because we doing that. If we stand with the Most High, the Lord is going to definitely stand with us. He's definitely going to lay these nations to waste if they do anything against us. Like he did with ancient Egypt. He had Moses split the Red Sea and drowned the ancient Egyptians in that sea. You know what I mean? And they still down there to this day. Like they bones is down there. You know what I'm saying? To this day. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be the same here with America. With ancient Egypt and the destruction of ancient Egypt, which I can probably go more in depth next class. But like how the Lord did them, you know what I'm saying? And we got a celebration every year for the Passover, the Lord's Passover. The Lord's Passover this year is April 12th. You know what I mean? In Atlanta. You understand? And let's give the Lord a hand for the Passover for this year. You know what I'm saying? Lord, allow everybody, the brother can make it down, make some arrangements to come through. But you know what I mean? How the Passover is every year, we celebrate that. It's a celebration of our oppressors being unalive because how they did us in ancient Egypt. They had a hard, strong oppression against us back then. And the Lord freed us from that. And we celebrate it every year. Just like that is going to be another one for America. You know what I mean? The Lord is going to do this place in worse than ancient Egypt. Christ's going to come back with 200 million angels. And they not them paintings that you see in the Sistine Chapel and all that. You know what I mean? It's not that. It's not that. I can go over that too next class. How the angels really look. What the angels of God really look like, how they operate. The chariots of God, the so-called UFOs. How Christ look. You know what I'm saying? How the Most High look. You know what I mean? It's amazing. It's amazing how this was kept from us all these years, for all these 400 years. It's been kept from us in this book. You understand? And now we opening this book back up and realize this is ours. This is the book of the slaves. The slaves. Even back in slave times, Nat Turner and people with him, they went in caves and read the Bible. They read Deuteronomy. They read all these books, you know what I'm saying? With war scars on their head. Like you see us in the UPK, we have it on. They found out that that's what we were supposed to wear. So they wore that even back. You can see pictures. If you look it up, do some research on it. You see pictures of them wearing headpieces, war scarves and all that like that. You know what I mean? And they read these books and they was risking their lives. They was risking getting their eyes burnt out their skulls. You know what I'm saying? It's not for reading. They didn't threaten to burn our eyes out for reading anything. It's for reading this. For reading this. They didn't want us to read this. And Nat Turner read this and we see what he did. Hey, he did some good studying. Now, all right, so with that, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to end the class off a little early. You know what I mean? I'm going to clip it right here. You know what I'm saying? Unless y'all brothers got any questions. Not right now.
It's been a good class. So
hey, most on crazy, brother. I appreciate it, man. So with that, man, I'm gonna end the class off right there. All right, I appreciate everybody online tuning in. All right, so you know what I'm saying. Next Tuesday, we here every Tuesday. Yeah, y'all see the brothers came through. You know what I'm saying, brother. I don't want to forget y'all name, Joseph and Joseph and Darnell, they came through the young man Joseph and young man Darnell came into the class, you know what I'm saying? And they making the right choices, the right decisions. They took the strong step forward about, you know, what they're gonna do in these last days and times. In these last days and times, we don't know what the hell is gonna happen. A plane could fall right on your head nowadays. You understand? Like, this is where we need to be, the home of the truth, I.S.U.P.K, all right? Every Tuesday, I'm here at the UN Library from 5:30 to 7 to 7:30. You know what I mean? Around that time period, all right? Y'all come through 61 Scotch Road every Tuesday, all right? And with that, this is Precinct Officer 500 Mathumya out of I.S.U.P.K. Started 1 West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York. We've been teaching the truth about the Bible since 1969. The truth being that blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are the real Israelites of the Bible, God's chosen people, and that the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of, all right? You know what I mean? And we just going to keep it going with that until our king come back and take this kingdom away from them, all right? With that, shalom.